Alright guys, today's the day. I'm finally going to be installing this GT wing. I just finished painting it the other day and I finally have some time to put it on, so say goodbye to this stock wing, which I'm going to keep, so don't worry, but it's time to switch it up a little bit. So for starters, I got to put my old trunk back on. And now I'm going to be able to put some tape down onto the trunk, and that will allow me to put the base on and pinpoint where exactly I'm going to be drilling into the trunk, which is going to hurt, but it's all worth it. Alright, so I got the tape all stuck onto the trunk. I got the base on. As you can see, this is what I was talking about. There's two holes and you got to mark on the tape where you're going to have to drill through. So, got my trusty dad here. He's back. He's going to help me mount this down, and it kind of needs to run flat. As you can see, there's a gap, so it's going to need to get pressed down, and then we can mark down where the holes are going to have to be drilled. Alright, so
yeah, definitely you can't do that by yourself.
no, there's no way.
Plus, yeah, you have to make it flat.
Yeah,
if you do it from a floating, it's going to be.
Alright, so we marked it down with the pencil. As you can see, here's the two markings right here on both sides. Next up, with these marked, it's time to actually drill through. I need to choose which drill bit's going to fit perfectly, and then after that, it's actually going to be mounting up the base and then the top portion. And here's all the hardware I got for this install. These are the pieces that are going to go from the inside of the trunk through the base into the top portion. So these are all M6x1, and I got a bunch of various lengths just to try it out. I'm pretty sure the frontmost ones, because they don't have to go as far in, are 40mm, and these rear ones I think I got a 60, a 70, and an 80 just to test all of them, see which one fits the best and which length is correct. So now is the scary part. I got to find the drill bit that's gonna match with this bolt the best. You want to make the smallest hole possible so you don't get any like excess size or movement through that hole. So this is the scary part. I need to drill through the trunk. All right, it's time to drill through. You want to be careful. You don't want to drill too deep in because you don't want to puncture the other side, even though you're gonna have to drill the other side out anyway at some point. But I started out with a smaller bit, and then I'm gonna work my way up to a bigger size. This is just like kind of like a pilot hole. Alright, the first hole is drilled, and that was terrifying. Alright, I got the first hole drilled. So you can see the bolt fits right through perfectly. So I'm gonna drill the rest of them and check back in. Alright, so I'm done drilling. As you can see, there's 4 holes total now. And these all fit the bolts that I have. Along with that, you have to go inside. You drill this hole all the way through. And right here I had to use a hole saw, a 1-inch hole saw. That way you could access that hole. It's the same situation on this side. And what I did for these is I had some leftover paint, and so I painted the inside of each hole just to make sure that no water creates any rust later on or anything. So yeah, next up it's gonna be 3M taping the bottom of this base and then mounting it back up onto the trunk, sticking that on, kind of the same system I do for the front lips. And everyone's rejoice, I'm not using sheet metal screws today. I'm actually using bolts with washers, so that's good. So yeah, I'm gonna start taping this up and mounting it back on. Alright, so I got it stuck on there for now, just on these sides. You guys can't see if the holes match up. Over here too. So yeah, as of right now, it's stuck on with 3M tape. I haven't undone these ones yet just because I'm gonna wait till everything's mounted up before I do that. But yeah, I'm gonna put the top portion of the wing on right now. Alright guys. Alright, so it's on. It wasn't the easiest thing ever to install, but I had my dad helping me out. You definitely need 2 people to do this, but the bolts just weren't perfectly lining up. But I mean, it worked out. It's on. All right, so you're back? So the actual final piece to this puzzle here is this thing. So this is a trunk latch reinforcement, and you definitely need this if you run a heavy wing like this. This is made by M Sport Parts. It's a guy, Brett. In my eyes, he's kind of like the E36 god. So yeah, he makes these. I'll put a link in this in the description. It's definitely necessary if you run, honestly, even the stock spoiler, I'd say you should definitely run this. So I'm gonna install this real quick before I close this video out. As you can see, that someone before had already tried to kind of put these washers in to reinforce it, but this goes perfectly right there. These are just 2 T30 bolts you take out, and it lies perfectly right there. And I'll show you guys right when it's done. All right, so yeah, here's what it looks like installed. As you can see, it definitely adds this thicker layer of metal that reinforces this. It's even kind of cracking right here, but hopefully this fixes it. Just when you close it, that's where the issue lies, but that should help it. Thank you, Brett, for sending that over. I mean, I bought it, but thank you, Brett, for making it, I guess. Very smart guy when it comes to this. All right, the car's filthy, but I needed to get some better shots of this thing. It's probably been about, I don't know, maybe a week since I put it on. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope me installing it helps you guys install your own. If they're still selling it, I'll put the link in the description. I also forgot to show it in the video, but I did put some fog deletes in as well. Those are also paint matched too, so it matches everything. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this. Alright, thanks for watching. Adios.